Good afternoon and welcome to Luminosity Wellness Radio. And we are coming from the Waywalker Studio at Vegas AllNet Radio. And I am Christine Essex. And our guest today is Jason Nelson. And you are going to get to learn all about him. He has some fun and exciting news that he wants to share with us. And he has some events coming up. So we're going to hear all about it. Thank you for being here, Jason.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. We're going to have fun, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Today is our fun day. So we really want to share a little bit. Of course, I always open with what happened at the center over the weekend, and we had Dr. Russell Loveland there, and it was a wonderful, wonderful time. We went from Friday night into Saturday, and he worked with us. Are you familiar with Dr. Loveland? Well, he's a wonderful... he's a mentor of mine, I would have to say, because he's taught me a process called the library, where I'm able to kind of clean up my system and keep myself operating.
We can all use that,
right?
Huh?
Kind of like what you help people do. And so he just generously often comes to the center and just gives of his time. And so it was fun. A lot of people came. And then we have wonderful, wonderful things happening. Some new people have moved in since you've been there. We now have a massage therapist by the name of Lynette Owens, and she's got her auxiliary license and everything. We have Jarrett DeCourt. Yeah. Sorry, Jarrett.
That's great.
I'm always messing with that one. He was actually...
filling up your center with...
I know.
Yeah.
He's a wonderful healer, intuitive, and finally is living his dream. You know what I'm saying? So we welcome him with open arms, and he's been playing with us very nicely. You'll really like him when you meet him. And then we have, did you know Kim? You know Kim Gallagher? One of your students has her own office there now.
Nice.
Yeah. So when you come down the first hall, Kim's office is right there on the right side.
Okay. Yeah, so I saw the picture on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you snapped a
chilling.
photo of her, in her office.
I was having way too much fun with my camera yesterday.
That's great.
Look who's working. Oh, look what's happening. It was way fun.
Okay.
So, and then we have Liz Garrison. Liz Garrison is actually in the room that used to be the visiting practitioner room across from your classroom, and she does the beamer. And she does the beamer and some jewelry. And so what she does, she kind of does a lot of things, but she's high energy, very powerful. And what I told her, I said, you got to keep it down when Jason's in the house. So we'll see. You may. Melissa, I can see Melissa running out. Melissa's in the audience with us here today in the studio, and I can see Melissa coming out to Liz. So, but just let her know that when she can be. And she can always go over to the first hall, and I'll always find a space for her. So let's know that that's available too. And so let's get into a little bit about, you have these free events coming up just this week, tomorrow. Why don't we talk about that a little bit?
We have 2 free events coming up. They're only being hosted at your center, Luminosity. That's our new home for our new 3 university.com.
Nice.
I'd like to just start by saying how warm, inviting, and elegant your space is. Yeah, it's such a beautiful, beautiful space. Beautiful. Best space I've found. In the travels and such, it's just amazing. And all the space you've created for practitioners in Las Vegas, it's amazing. Appreciative to call it home. So that's the home of our programs.
I love that.
Under our university this Friday, tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Woohoo, we got some work.
Tomorrow we have a fun potluck party mixer. Just come and bring vegan food or not. Don't let it hold you back from coming. And we'll get to know each other for an hour. There's going to be a lot of fun and amazing people there. And that's from 6 to 7 at Luminosity in the big room.
Yep, in our what we call our special events room.
Yeah. And then starting at 7, we're going to begin the event. And it's a spiritual coaching event, you know, how to live your greatest life, basically, the life you're meant to live. And this is it's kind of an introduction where we're going to look at how we could take the next step into our soul and living a soul-based life. And soul-based living ignites world peace is the slogan tagline of our university.
I saw that. It's wonderful.
Yeah, it's at the, you know, soul-based living is the heart of everything that we do. And so we're going to be getting more into the soul, a soul connection, meditation. We're going to do some fun exercises, a little group coaching.
Nice.
You know, so whether you know the things that are kind of presenting resistance in your life between you and the next step in your purpose or not, come, and we're going to discover them.
Nice.
And take some steps to having a shift.
You know, you're very generous in that way, because I think that giving them that experience is a great opportunity for people, especially if they've never met you, never worked with you. Maybe they heard about you and they just are curious. I think that the opportunity that you're presenting here is one that is priceless.
Yeah. Well, we love serving. Melissa, Lily, and I, co-founder of the university, we love serving, and this is a way for us to just get acquainted with the public. You know, get acquainted. Public, you know, gets to come and get acquainted with what I do and what we're doing with the trainings. And then if it's, you know, really resonating, then they can come and join us for the full weekend or 4-day trainings.
You know, I got to sit in on your with you the last time that you were at the center in October, right?
Yeah, the fall.
And that's one of the things I loved about the way you do the free evening, is that people really do. I watched them; they resonated, they signed up. You know, they were able to move on, and I think that oftentimes people don't give others the opportunity to really do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll put it out maybe through a flyer or through their friends or something, but they don't ever really connect and give people that energy exchange.
Yeah, that energy. And well, you know, we're very strong on integrity and authenticity. So it's important to us that everyone that comes in, they really feel it. They really resonate with it. You know, they have, you know, some connection to it. You know, some people they'll go to the website and they'll sign right up. They just know. But a lot of people they do want to connect with me, the main instructor, or have some kind of an experience, and that's where these events are fun. So that's what we're doing tomorrow night. Gonna have a lot of fun, and I hope everyone comes to potluck, because that's where we get to really, you know, get to know each other and mix and mingle and network, not just with me, but with others there. You know.
Yeah, I was seeing some of the goodie dishes that were being put up on the website, and I was like, yes, I'm so going to have my dinner with you tomorrow night. And then, so if the listeners wanted to find out more or get a ticket or just... What's the website? So
we're offering everyone listening and hearing about it through Luminosity and what we're doing with you, a free ticket. And so it's just as simple as going to our website. So new3university.com, that's 3 spelled out, THREE.
Okay. Good.
New3university.com. You can go there. You can go to the 5 accomplishments training page down at the bottom. There is the sign up button for this event. It's the date, tomorrow's date. And then they'll be taken to a page where they can officially register, you know, just so we can get a seat count. And that saves the seat. So it's really that simple. And if you want to bring friends, just, you know, make sure that we get their registration too, so we can have enough seats.
That's great. Now, I think also Raina, who's been doing our website, have you checked it out?
Seen our new website lately. Since the fall?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You guys gotta go check it out.
We just launched a new website. You've got a new one out.
Oh,
okay.
It's very impressive. I was impressed. I was like, okay, now I feel like a big girl in the world of business. You know, it's just clean, and it's fresh. And so
I'll be
we have.
checking it out after
Please
the show.
do. And I want the listeners to check it out too, because you can go to luminicitywellnesscenter.com, and we have a full page there for you. So they can click on,
Really?
and yes, 2 of your videos are posted there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we were repping you. And because, again, we wanted people to have that chance to listen, to hear what it was, meet all their senses, see it, hear it, feel it. And then we know that we're on track, right? So yes, go there. You can check out more. And if you want to call in today and ask Jason any questions, or myself,
anything at all,
you have open range here.
We've got ourselves, we've got our intuition, we've got the spiritual guidance that's with us. We got it all. So
yeah, that brought tears.
We should be able to answer anything that
I'm confident. So call in to 702-483-4444, and we are here for you today, and we'll be with you until 4 o'clock. We'll be taking a break at around the 3:20 mark, and then we'll take another one around 3:40, and then we'll finish it up. So we're just here to share the love,
rock and roll.
That's right, and have what we said, have some wonderful fun. So we're just going to talk about March 11th, but we also need to talk about the 18th. And you're okay with that as well, I'm sure, right? So we're going to put that out there. For those who can't come on the 11th, I want people to know that they can join you on the 18th, right? So you want to talk about that one for a moment?
Certainly. March 18th is Receiving Miracles from Spirit. Yeah, and it's the event. It's hour and a half, 2-hour event. It starts at 7 p.m., also at the Luminosity Center. And this is our voice channeling program. So the first night tomorrow night is really going to be exploring soul connection, taking steps to, basically get out of the way to live one's purpose. Nice. And live from the soul. And that's our 5 accomplishments spiritual coaching program.
Okay.
An introduction to that. So then next Friday on the 18th, we are going to have an introduction for our voice channeling program, which is a mediumship training. Oh. And it's phenomenal. What we're doing next Friday is it's going to be really helping people understand mediumship as Spirit has taught it to me. So all of these programs, everything that I do, my books to come, the content and the outlines in the actual trainings themselves, it's all channeled, given to me by Spirit directly, voice channeled.
What a gift.
Yeah, it right? Really makes it easier.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah, you're just able to sit down and then whoop, there you go.
It's like that. At this point, it's just like that, and I'm so grateful for it. So what we're doing with our voice channeling program is we are giving everyone who comes to the workshop a technique. It's a 12-step technique to where they can voice channel as well, and use the technique to help others voice channel.
Wow.
So it's both a program for an individual to voice channel, but it's also for those who want to help others connect to Spirit.
Like a two for one.
It's amazing. And people get just as much fulfillment out of voice channeling for themselves or others as they do creating a session and a space to connect someone else into Spirit.
Because I've heard you say, that people can become their own mediums. And that's really the path that's your message, right? Teachings and giving them the opportunity. And can you talk about that a little bit?
I'd love to. The real vision and mission of New 3 University and what we're doing with it is it's based on the belief and the truth, as we've found working with thousands of people, that every single person has the soul gifts or abilities of mediumship, intuition, manifestation, and healing, that every single person does. So the new paradigm is that we're already using these 4 abilities.
Correct.
Okay, in some way, shape, or form. Spirit's talking to us. We have Spirit with us 24/7. our intuition's on, healing's happening, manifestations, it's all happening. So then what are we actually doing in these trainings is we're bringing alignment and focus to what's already happening.
Okay.
And then shifting and really releasing all the stuff that we don't need so it can be simpler, easier, more practical, how it's meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
We tend to put so much in the way between us and spirit, between us and manifesting,
Mm-hmm.
between us and healing, between us and our full intuitive potential. And we've done that for many thousands and thousands and before history.
Mm-hmm.
So what Spirit has done is brought through these just mind-blowing to even myself to this day when I use them and watch others, these mind-blowing techniques that allow every single person to do it successfully. And then our trainings are also to empower them as practitioners with the techniques so they can help others.
Wow. I was given a tour. I met with Annika.
Anya.
She was Anya. She's Annika.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar with Annika.
Yes, no, she's been to your stuff.
Oh, okay.
She was like, "Oh, Jason Nelson's coming." She went to one of yours. And she was so excited to hear you were coming. And I thought, oh, how cute. Now, Anya, I know. But this one was Annika. She does Akashic records.
Oh, I look forward. I probably met her, but I'm better with faces.
I am too. I am too. I know. I don't know. Some people say that's a mental block. Well, Spirit, you can help me with that one, so I could just remember the names.
So Annika,
yeah, and she came by and just took a tour with me, and I was sitting with her and helping her try to figure out her best move in her life and where she ought to be in her journey. And then I showed her our special events room and said, oh, she goes, oh, Jason's coming here. Yeah, that's right. She says, oh my gosh. So I said, please come tomorrow night if you can make it. And spread the word, And she said, I'm gonna do my best to get there. And I thought that was so cute because, again, these are people who have spent time with you, and they come. I meet them and spend some time with them, and they always have, good and very kind and wonderful things to say about
We
you.
do our best to create a safe space.
Well, and it's working, and that's another thing. When people have the opportunity to actually be in it, then they're able to, apply the experience. And without the experience, I always say, it's kind of like, don't tell me you don't like peas if you've never tried peas. Right? How can people know until they've actually done it? And that's where I think these 2 free workshops that you're doing this month that support the workshops that are coming in April. And we're going to talk after the break. We'll talk a little bit more about the outlines and what people can expect from those.
Sure.
And the dates, some important factors like that. And again, open it up for questions at 702-483-4444. So if you have any questions and you would like to know more from Jason, and we're also going to talk a little bit about, how you got here. I would really like to know that. And I'm sure our listeners would too. So we'll go for that break now, and we will be back in just a few moments. Welcome back to Luminosity Wellness Radio and our lovely guest today, Jason Nelson. And he's sharing all about his upcoming workshops, if you're just tuning in now. And also we're going to go a little deeper into the outline of those workshops along with the dates, because really we've just talked about the 2 free events coming up this month, tomorrow, and then on the 18th. So we're going to go a little bit deeper now and kind of tantalize your senses, if you will, to see what resonates with you. So let's go into, shall we start with the dates of your workshops so that people can be writing them down?
Sure. Okay, so we have our event tomorrow, the 11th.
Right.
6th the potluck, 7 the event starts until 9. And that's around our spiritual coaching program and living a soul-based life. And then we have next Friday, the 18th of March, we have voice channeling.
Yes.
And that starts at 7 to 9. And I'm going to do a channeling demonstration, probably. Sometimes the Spirit opens it up to questions from the group.
Ooh.
It's always scary. It's like, what are they going to ask? Especially when Spirit says, okay, ask anything you want about anything. I'm here.
Kind of like we did a little while ago. Well, just call it in. We'll handle it.
And then we might do a little, experience for the audience, but I want to make sure that everyone that comes, we share about mediumship and kind of the ins and outs of it, because there's a lot of different types of mediumship, and specifically what we do and how it's so practical. It's very, very practical. It's not just a fun thing or healing. It's very practical. And then our workshops, the actual paid trainings we're doing on April 9th and 10th is the voice channeling level 1.
Okay.
It's 2 days, 8 hours all day. And then the 11th and 12th, Monday and Tuesday, is the level 2. So just kind of a little summary of what to expect in those. And I'll go into depth more with this on the 18th.
Yes.
But in the level 1, what one can expect is to really understand the kind of the true nature of their experience with spirit through mediumship. So we look at kind of beliefs and disempowering, anything that's holding us from the loving experience of spirit, we look at. We challenge it. I'm not there to tell anyone what to believe, but we at least challenge unloving belief systems. And we do that because I've found that that's the biggest block people have, is when they have unloving belief systems with spirit, scary ones, and for reasons that are understandable.
Yes.
And then that's before lunch. We go into a spirit connection experience. After lunch is where I explain the technique. And we break into groups of 3. What's fun is one person channels, one person leads the channel, and one person observes.
Very nice.
And then you rotate.
Diets, yes.
And that way everybody has these 3 different experiences of the technique. It's tremendously healing.
Yes.
Tears, and whether it's emotional, physical, or mental, there is healings with everyone, pretty much.
Wow.
Sometimes there's a miracle, a physical miracle.
Right.
Yeah. And
you've witnessed that, yes.
that happens once in a while, and it's really special. That's the first day. So the first day, everyone learns the technique and does it. 100% success.
Wow.
Thank you, Spirit, for giving me techniques at work.
Divine guidance and results.
And then the second day, I add on a exercise that allows one to delve into discernment and accuracy as a medium and a practitioner. So I know we take big steps, but it doesn't feel like hard. It feels like maybe we're taking big steps, but I try to make it feel as effortless as possible.
Great.
And then the advanced level 2 workshop is companionship and oneness with spirit. And this is giving you everything you need as a practitioner to be really a master. All the different situations someone could come to you with and blocks they might have when you're trying to help them voice channel spirit. And then as a voice channel, we kick it up a few notches. On the first day, you channel 20 minutes. Second day, you channel 40 minutes. People are probably saying, oh my gosh, that's so much. But we take these steps, and it feels like they're pretty graceful steps when we take them. And if you can channel 40 minutes, details, multiple beings, things like, you can channel a book, you can channel all day long if you want. It really just takes it to the next level.
Wow, that makes so much sense. So that's kind of how you evolve to your writings and everything, is just continued opening the space.
If you got a book in you and you've had some writer's block, taking this voice channeling training will really open it up, because automatic writing or channel writing is just another type of mediumship.
Wow. Yeah. That's a great gift. I mean, for anybody to give that to themselves, and then not only give it to themselves, but be trained to do that with others, because that's the advanced, right? That's where they get to learn to
After the first 2-day workshop, they can start leading their friends and loved ones. Some people want to do it for a business with clients. And they can do that after the first 2-day workshop. So then that's on the April 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And then our spiritual coaching training, the 5 accomplishments, is on April 16, 17, 18, and 19. It's 4 days.
Okay.
And this is really about being able to identify all of the dispassions and discomforts that one has in every area of one's life.
Wow.
And you end up, you get these lists going.
Right.
And things are revealed you didn't even know were there.
Mm-hmm.
And then we teach a technique so you can shift them. One at a time, you can shift them. You can have a soul-based experience of them.
Right.
Because discomforts and dispassions are typically from, ego-based perspective, from judging, reacting, blaming, not honoring intuition, doubt, confusion, all these things that is not our true nature, our soul's nature. So this technique, once they're revealed, it walks us through and brings us tremendous shift to these situations so people feel differently.
Yeah.
And once we feel differently and think differently and see them differently, then our life starts, the universe starts moving around and aligning with that new experience. And it's a tremendous manifestation.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is something you've been putting together for years now.
I've been doing the voice channeling teaching it for 14 years. And I've been teaching the 5 accomplishments since 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, but these programs, these trainings, how they were just channeled from Spirit in the last 2 years.
I'm sure, yes, there's an evolution
How
to
they
them,
are,
right?
yeah.
They evolve,
the university, the more structured, level system with a real certification, and people get certificates, and the structure, and the assuring success for every single person. That's come together in the last 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you have group get-togethers too, right, where they can continue to practice their skills and techniques?
Well, that's a great point. So when you enroll in your first workshop, your
Right.
first paid workshop, you're not just taking that workshop. You're essentially you're accepting a membership into the program that has all these other benefits. We have for each program free telephone monthly practice groups.
Nice.
Yeah, so we have voice channeling group. We have a group coaching. We have just resources we offer throughout the year. In the year transition, we offered everyone in the voice channeling program a free session, mediumship ascension session, to kind of get them, realign with the spirit and a vision with the spirit and how to bring spirit into 2000. People were loving it.
Wow.
So we offer these little things. It's not just come to this training. We believe that by investing in the students, everyone who goes through the program, really investing ongoing after that training they take, no matter if they go through the whole program or not, that it's assuring their success, and we're committed to that. And it's creating a group kind of collective experience of success. And so we're very committed to it. Yeah.
Well, and I know that's important because you do travel a lot and you teach and, take the university on the road.
We have,
Yes.
we've got, we have about 100 students in Australia. Yeah, we went there last year.
Oh, that's on my bucket list. Australia. So
You
if
can
you
go
ever
back
need
with us.
you ever need someone to travel with you guys, I'm a
You'd be a fun
volunteer.
travel buddy. Yeah.
We'd be like, oh yeah. Yeah, so it's on my bucket list, and wow, you got to teach there. That's wonderful. So you've opened,
Yeah.
so you're considered
They're
global
really
now.
hungry for it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Open.
Luminosity is the model is being made for a global consciousness. It's like you can have a Luminosity Wellness Center in Australia or Sydney or wherever, or in New York or Miami or Taipei. You know, that's the dream also. So that's one of the things I think that kind of connected us, because it wasn't like,
we have this
we're not these
international,
small thinkers. Yes.
expansive vision. We want to help. We want to make it accessible to everyone.
So you could have your university in every Luminosity center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that, that's a nice benefit for those.
Nice energy we're manifesting here. Huh?
Absolutely, because it's got to start somewhere. And, when we're divinely guided like this, I can't even imagine if we didn't do what we're supposed to be doing. Can you? I mean, like, if we didn't take our steps and do the work?
It'd be painful.
I kind of, I would.
It'd be tough for me if I didn't. Yeah, I think when you have that opening and you become determined inside, right? And you start taking those steps, and you make a commitment to spirit, your higher power, whatever that is, to a person, and things really start moving and opening and happening. It's like you get on this ride, and while you may the personality may put the brakes on from time to time, or you mean our own, our own personality, human one, our humanness might complain. It's like we're on this ride now, and there's really no going back. And that's exciting.
Well, I mean, not that I know of. There's many teachers out there doing what you're doing at the level you're doing it at. So, kudos to
these
that.
trainings are very unique. There is no programs in the world like them. As far as I've found and heard from the students who've kind of been around all the mediumship trainings, there's no training out there that teaches you both the mediumship and as a practitioner, guiding a client into the mediumship.
Correct.
So these programs are definitely new paradigm. Definitely, and it's such a privilege to be bringing them out,
I know, right?
Channeling them for the world.
Well, and thank goodness for Melissa, right?
Yeah.
That you have her, because I know that when she came on board, or you two met, or did you fall in love at first sight
Melissa,
here, or what happened?
Lily, who you'll see on the website front and center with me, we met in it was 5.5 years ago. And, this is a fun story, so I'm glad you brought it up. So I was doing these raw bazaar symposiums in LA, where we lived. So it was a raw food bazaar.
Okay.
And I knew the producers of it. I'm like, hey, let me do a symposium there, and they're like, that'd be great. So I'd get 6 other speakers together, and we'd all get in this room and talk for 15 minutes. I'd do like 30 minutes and go last. And one symposium, I was doing it on intuition. And at the end I said, okay, everybody, scan the room. Scan the room. Use your intuitive knowing, and just know who you're meant to connect with. Don't second guess it, and go right up to them and connect.
I'm getting tears and goosebumps.
And so everyone's scanning. They're like, and then Melissa and I, we look at each other, and we just connected, and we talked, and we knew we were meant to connect, and we became friends. And then shortly after that, it just became something more.
Yeah.
And so we've been professional partners for about 5.5 years.
Wow.
And it was just last year that Spirit really came in and said, okay, it's time to launch this university. And this university is really Melissa's kind of purpose priority. It's her, because she feels so close to this, and the city that's to come 10 years down the road after it. And of course, my job, my purpose with it all is being the channel and the initial instructor for them. But it's going to take dozens, hundreds of us to bring this university to the the level and expansion that Spirit wants it. But so we've been just busybodies, and we have this website up. It's new3university.com.
Nice.
And we're going to be adding to it every month, updating it every month. It's the first launch we did last week. It's live.
And that's kind of her background, right? Melissa's background is
Melissa's background is heart-centered marketing, soul-centered marketing. Yeah, she's done it all. Telesummits and book launches and made my books bestsellers. And
wow.
So
what a nice balance, though.
It's a really great balance.
Yeah, because you don't run over each other. It's like she has her expertise.
Most of the time, we don't run over each other.
Most of the time. Well, for all of you.
As in all relationships, there's always that.
We have that moment, where we just kind of go,
We got to be human,
That's
we're definitely human. But yeah, we definitely have our own purposes within this collaboration. And as more and more people, they're hearing about it, they're looking at the website, they're kind of been in the loop for a while, and they're resonating. They're saying, wow, this purpose is also my purpose, and so we're kind of finding where others are fitting in and such, and that, we can all have our own little spaces and zones of manifestation within this new 3 University, because it really is meant to be big. The greater version of this, by the way, a couple years down the road, is these trainings are going to be the hub. Okay, manifestation, life, purpose, destiny, clarity, spiritual coaching, intuition, and spiritual communication. But a couple years down the road, we're going to launch our first traditional degree program, psychotherapy, spiritual psychotherapy, where, someone going through it, they can get their licensure and stuff like that. But they have to take these empowerment spiritual trainings so that when they go out, they have that too. And then years down the road, an MD program, law, science, all of them, so that these graduates will have they'll have a foot in both worlds.
Right. Right.
And it'll just really change everything from the inside out. That's the key here.
And it's working. So as you were talking, before we went out to the big vision, I was thinking interns, how you could have some interns, and that might help you to grow this big dream and give them a title or a placement. So I don't know if that's
a great idea. Everyone has a place. So
right, and defining it for others might be as you're going, the clarity just comes. I mean, I can see it. So hey,
we'll explore it. Yeah. So
right.
There's a place for everyone within this big purpose. We're initiating it and bringing it through and seeding it and the initial manifestation. But there's a place for everyone.
Absolutely. So those of you who are listening and those who are still with us, we are going to take another break. And when we come back, we're going to just finish up with Jason, and I'll fill you in on some Luminosity Wellness information. Thank you. Welcome back to Luminosity Wellness Radio, and we are coming to you from the Waywalker Studio at Vegas All Net Radio. So, Jason, we've been talking a lot about we went way out into the future, which I love, and we came back a little bit, and we've kind of been up and down and all around. I kind of want to know what life was like for you as the boy.
The boy.
The boy.
Jason Nelson, the boy.
The boy.
Oh, wow. Well, probably where I can begin with my boy story.
Boy story.
Is my first memories were of seeing spirit.
Okay.
Sensing spirit and just sensing people intuitively. And that was helpful, because that helps you navigate when you can intuit into situations and people and read their motivations or state of mind, emotionally, mentally, all that kind of stuff. And then, I think it was also for me as a young child, it was difficult because, most of the other kids weren't as aware of that function with themselves and their interpretation of the world and how they were navigating. So it was difficult for pretty much my whole experience of school.
Wow.
From, as far as I can remember, from kindergarten to graduating. Wow. Until I got into college. You know, it all changed once I graduated high school, but until that point, it was pretty difficult. And so that kind of sums it up. I think it's a beautiful world, and it's a challenging world.
From a boy to a man with gifts.
For everybody.
Because
everybody on the planet.
You have books that are geared towards parents to help them with their little ones.
Empower Our Children is a book that is about healing your inner child and helping to empower children as well. It serves both purposes, and that was channeled. And then my first book, second edition, Age of the Soul, is about soul-based living. Both books have the 5 accomplishments. Both books, primarily Age of the Soul, is a reference manual for our workshops. It's actually where a big portion of the techniques are drawn from and referenced. And such, but I think just the world for everyone, and probably most people are going, it's a challenging and a beautiful world.
It is. I mean, and if it were so easy, what would we learn? I mean, aren't we here to learn? So the challenges only bring us to that heightened level of awareness, no matter what.
And there's a lot of pain in the world, beyond just the challenges. So. I work with clients weekly from all around the world. I, worked with hundreds of clients and probably thousands of students. And the one thing that I found to be the same is that we all just want life to be a little less challenging, a little more peaceful, and to feel a little more loved and acceptable and safe. These simple things. And the collective consciousness or thought or collective experience of the planet for prehistory, before even written history, is that it's a duality. There's a strong duality of good and bad, right and wrong, positive and negative. We categorize things. And I think until we individually and then collectively move from these categories into more of a neutral perspective that is the soul-based perspective, we're going to have that conflict and that suffering with challenge instead of opportunity and exhilaration with challenge.
Correct. So, I mean, again, perception plays a huge role in that. And one of my favorites is to say, isn't that interesting? That kind of takes me out of
my favorite too.
It takes me out of the one side or the other and places me in the middle.
Puts you in the observer.
Hey,
isn't that interesting?
Isn't it though?
And what is interesting about that? Okay.
It totally neutralizes situations.
It's a great
at times.
one.
Yeah, and I'm very so. For the listeners, that's our gift today. Is what you combined with what you said. Yeah, just take it into a couple of those other words that you used.
couple soul-based qualities, couple soul-based words, things like patience versus impatience, honoring intuition versus negating it, learning, understanding instead of proving and blaming, oneness, observation instead of the judgment and reacting. There's actually, I'm actually referencing a list. I wasn't looking at it.
I know you weren't, because he was looking up here.
But I like the energy. Anytime I do a media interview or anything in the workshops, I have this list. Now, this list, soul-based living versus ego-based living, is actually in Empower Our Children.
Oh, okay.
And it's my go-to, and it's a powerful go-to because we can just, if there's a discomfort or dispassion, very easily we can just imagine, what are the ego-based qualities will come, a little doubt, a little rejecting, I'm trying to push the situation. And then you can just flip over the soul-based version of it and just kind of affirm, instead I'm choosing to be patient and embrace the situation and learn and observe from it. And I got the hair standing up. It's like it's a simple way using that list and Empower Our Children. It's very helpful.
Well, and we just want the listeners to know that we have those books in our resource room at Luminosity, gifted by you. They are there. They're We have one, I think, currently on display. So please, if you don't get it off the website and you want to come by the center before the actual classes and read it and get caught up before you enter the world, then please come down and get that, because it is available to you. And then you can have Jason sign it.
Yeah,
when
be happy
you
to.
see him. That would be a gift for anyone. And so I just want to take a few moments and thank you for one, becoming part of the Luminosity family, creating our space as your home, and allowing us to support you on this journey and recognize you for the work that you're doing. And that would be my loving closing comment to you.
Thank you.
Yes. So please come this tomorrow and bring some goodies.
Tomorrow night.
And add it in on the website so I can see what I'm having for dinner. Because that's I'm going to try a little bit of everything. I want to just go over a few things before we end the day about what we do have going on at Luminosity.
Yeah, and maybe we could just drop in. Let me drop in the phone number.
Yes, and the website.
You go to the website new3 university.com. But if you want to call, we're very accessible, and we'll spend time chat with you. 310-929-5919. 310-929-5919.
Very good. And that phone number will get either you or Melissa. Yay. Give them a call. They'll talk straight to you. And again, we had, if you were listening, you heard one of our commercials about Save the Horses, SavingTheWildHorsesOfNevada.com. And we are having a concert at the center April 1st. So please check that out on our website. Also, give a donation. If you can't make it, I mean, $10, whatever. It's like the goal of the organizer is $2,000. And I'm like, hey, wouldn't $5,000 really help a lot more? Let's raise the bar and let's get that money coming in for the horses, because it is a good cause. We are in the Wild West. So come on out, play with us, listen to the music, and have some fun. Also, we offer Luminosity Wellness Tours Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 12 to 6. So you can book that on the website. And I'm quickly looking through. I have free power coaching this evening for those who are interested. Every Thursday we have a free power coaching, and you can go to meetup.com, free power coaching, and sign up there and come on down. And that is we're using the NLP techniques to teach people how to self-coach themselves. And that's kind of my love, NLP. I'm a trainer of that, so I love it. That took me to my next level. And then every Friday night, we have a Friday Night Awakening from 6:30 to 10. That's a meditation with a healing circle and drumming. And that's a love donation. And then, of course, we have our event tomorrow night, March 11th and the 18th with Jason Nelson. We do have a new event starting on Sunday. We're going to have out in our courtyard. I don't know if you saw that courtyard or not, because I was thinking it might be a good place for you guys to take breaks and do some of the work, too. Out because of the weather. We cannot beat the weather right
perfect.
now. So we have, where was I before I got lost? We have the John of God bed now at the center. That is there. So you can call 702-701-3863 and book appointment or ask questions about that. And the new event, that's where I was. You gotta love Spirit when it comes back and says, you were talking about the new event. And that's, we have Kim, she's a practitioner here in Las Vegas. She's a massage therapist, and she is starting a new event outside in the courtyard on Sundays from 2 to 4. So she is going to be doing a 4 element meditation with you, and then doing some energy Reiki work, and then some drumming to conclude the event. And so she's super, super excited because this is a dream she has always had and not taken action on. So imagine this, by supporting her in this dream, how much love will be going around all over the valley. So I'm very pleased to have her with us and to have her own it. I'm looking for people who are owning it now.
That's the vibration.
Right? It's an owning thing. Feel the difference? I'm owning it. And there was a while when I wouldn't really say I was the owner of Luminosity. It felt uncomfortable. I think I've shifted that now.
Owning that.
I am owning it.
Owning that.
And with that owning comes passion, and we invite you to join.
And manifestation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Loving the manifestation. I have a story I have to share with you. We'll share it off air. We're running out of time. Thank you again for joining us today with Jason Nelson, being here at the center. And again, we are coming to you from the Waywalker Studio at Vegas AllNet Radio. This is Luminosity Wellness Radio. And I am Christine, and I say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sayonara. See you soon.
Hope to see you tomorrow.
That's right. Thank you.